If statement. If statement in Python language is useful to test a condition, and if the condition is true, to perform a task. If the condition is false, then to perform another task. So something like that. If I want to take a decision, I can use a if statement in Python. So what this if statement does? If statement executes a task depending on a condition is true or not. So this is what happens with if in Python. So there are various ways I can write if. For example, I can write if condition colon statement. So in this case, if the given condition is true, after the condition I have to write colon. So if the given condition is true, then it will execute the statement given here after colon. So this is one way. And please observe here colon I am writing. After the colon, you have to write the body of if statement. That means this statement belongs to this condition. If this condition is true, then only this statement is executed. And before this statement, I have to use 4 spaces. These 4 spaces is called indentation. Indentation means leaving 4 spaces before the statement is called indentation. So indentation is also important in Python. Of course, instead of leaving 4 spaces, you can leave 6 spaces or 3 spaces, as you like, you can leave. But by default, we leave 4 spaces only. Now another way of writing if statement is if condition colon statements 1 or statement 1 else colon statements 2. This is another way of writing if. So in this case, what happens is this condition is tested. If this condition is true, then statements 1, there may be one statement, there may be more than one statement, all the statements are executed. If this condition is false, then the flow of execution will jump into this else part, and in the else part, whatever the statements we have given, these statements are executed. So please remember, if the condition is true, statements 1 will be executed, otherwise statements 2 will be executed. Another way of writing if is if condition 1 colon execute statements 1 elif condition 2 colon execute statements 2 elif condition 3 colon execute statements 3, and you can go on writing like this, and finally else colon execute statements say n statements. Now how to understand this if structure? Python will check like this. First it will check condition 1. If the condition 1 is true, it will execute statements 1. Otherwise means if the condition 1 is false, then it will come to the elif part. Elif means else plus if. In Python, else if is written as elif. Elif condition 2, that means else if condition 2 is true, then it will execute statements 2. Suppose condition 2 is also false, then it will come to the next elif. That means else if condition 3 is true, then it will execute statements 3. Like this it will go on. Then when this else part is executed, when condition 1 is false, condition 2 is false, condition 3 is false, when all the conditions are false, it will come to the final else part and then it will execute statements n. So this is another if, elif and else structure. So these are the three different ways we can create if statements. These are the three different ways of creating if statements in Python.